are trying max to max levels to give you best type of education at your home. We from Chanakya Academy will try our best to give you best. Okay, today we are going to discuss chapter 2, class 10 maths chapter 2 polynomial, which is one of the important chapter from exam point of view, and I have already written question on board. Class 10 maths unit 2 polynomial. Find zeros of quadratic polynomial and verify relation between zeros and coefficient. Our first sum is x square plus 7x plus 12. Now we are going to start our solution. Our first step is, first of all we have to compare x square plus 7x plus 12 with zeros. First of all we have to compare x square plus 7x plus 12 with the zeros. Now we have to factorize it. Now product and sum, we are using sum and product method for factorizing it. Coefficient of x square is 1, coefficient of x is 7 and constant is 12. Now product is 1 into 12 equal to 12. Sum is 7. Now we are going to find two numbers which will satisfy our product and sum. Product is 12 and sum is 7. Therefore 4 3s are 12. 4 plus 3 equal to 7. Now we have obtained two numbers 4 and 3. X square plus 4x plus 3x plus 12 equal to 0. Now we have splitted 7x into two parts, 4x plus 3x. Now taking common from first two terms, x bracket x plus 4 plus 3 bracket x plus 4 equal to 0. Now taking common, x plus 4 and x plus 3 equal to 0. X plus 4 equal to 0, x plus 3 equal to 0. Here our x equal to minus 4 and other x equal to minus 3. Now we have obtained two values. Now we are finding sum, because in order to, we have already find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. First 0 is minus 4 and second 0 is minus 3. Now we are going to verify the relationship between zeros and coefficients. So in 12, now we have obtained this manually. Alpha plus beta, alpha means first term, beta means second root. Minus 4 plus minus 3 equal to minus 7. Alpha beta means product. Minus 4 into minus 3 equal to 12. Now we have to compare x square plus 7x plus 12. This is our third step. X square plus 7x plus 12 with ax square plus bx plus c. Here a equal to 1. Here the coefficient of x square is 1. The coefficient of x is 7 and 12 is constant. Therefore comparing x square plus 7x plus 12 with ax square plus bx plus c, we get a equal to 1, b equal to 7 and c equal to 12. Now using formula we are finding alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a equal to minus 7 by 1 equal to minus 7. We have to see, students, we have obtained alpha plus beta manually, which is minus 7. Here also using alpha plus beta with the formula minus b by a, also we have obtained minus 7. Now again alpha beta equal to c by a. C means c, value of c equal to 12, 12 by 1 equal to 12. Now ultimately we have to check that alpha plus beta manually minus 7, alpha plus beta with formula also minus 7, again alpha beta product equal to 12, again with the formula alpha plus beta equal to 12. Hence we have concluded that we have ultimately verified the relationship between the zeros and coefficient. Here our sum, question number 1 gets completed. Now we are going to next question. Okay, now we are moving to next question. Our next question is again same question. We are repeating. Find zeros of quadratic polynomial and verify the relations between zeros and coefficient. Question number 2, x square minus 2x minus 8. Now first of all, in order to find zeros we have to factorize it very carefully. Okay, here coefficient of x square is 1, coefficient of x is minus 2 and minus 8 is a constant. First of all we have to compare x square minus 2x minus 8 with 0. Now we have to find sum and product. product is 1 into -8, sum is -2. Hello students, we have to find product equal to -8, sum equal to -2. We have to find two numbers which satisfy product equal to -8 and sum equal to -2. 4 -4 into 2 equal to -8, -4 plus 2 equal to -2. Now we have got two numbers -4 and 2. To fulfill our conditions, product and sum, we are using sum and product method. X square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8 equal to 0. We have splitted minus 2x into two terms, minus 4x plus 2x. Now taking common from first two terms, x, we have taken x as a common. In second two terms, that means last two terms, we have taken 2 as a common. Now taking x minus 4 as a common factor and x plus 2 equal to 0, x minus 4 equal to 0, x plus 2 equal to 0. We have compared x minus 4 equal to 0 and x plus 2 equal to 0. Here x equal to 4. Second value of x will be minus 2. Now our second step will be alpha plus beta. What is alpha? The first value of x which we have obtained is considered as alpha. Second value of x which we have found is considered as beta. First value of alpha, that is x equal to 4, plus beta, that is minus 2. 4 plus or minus, that is plus minus minus 2. 4 minus 2, final answer 2. Next alpha beta, which is our product. Alpha means the first value which we have obtained for x, and beta is second value which we have obtained for x. 4 into minus 2, finally we have arrived at minus 8. This alpha and beta, that is sum, and this alpha and beta is a product. We have obtained these values manually. Now we are moving to find alpha and alpha beta, that is sum and product, using formula. First of all, x square minus 2x minus 8 equal to 0. We have to compare it with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a equal to 1. Here the coefficient of x square is 1, coefficient of x is minus 2 and constant is minus 8. b equal to minus 2, b equal to minus 2, c equal to minus 8. Alpha plus beta, that is our sum, equal to minus b by minus 2 by 1, that's equal to minus plus, final answer will be plus 2. Here also alpha plus beta equal to 2. Here in this condition also alpha plus beta equal to 2. Next alpha beta equal to c by, what is the value of c? We have already obtained c equal to minus 8 by a equal to 1 equal to minus 8. Now here we concluded that using alpha plus beta manually we have obtained at 2, and alpha plus beta using formula also we have arrived at 2. Alpha beta equal to minus 8 manually. Alpha plus beta using formula also we have obtained minus 8. Therefore we have ultimately verified the relationship between zeros and coefficients. Now this sum is also completed, and it is one of important question to be asked in board exams. Hello students, now we are moving with our next method. In this method we are going to find quadratic polynomial, where already sum and product is given. Find quadratic polynomial each with given numbers as a sum and product of its zeros respectively. I have taken one question as an example for you. 1 by 3 and minus 2. Here alpha plus beta is 1 by 3 and alpha beta equal to minus 2. Already in question we have narrated that sum and product will be given. That means 1 by 3 is our sum, that's equal to alpha plus beta, and product is minus 2, that's equal to alpha beta. Now we are going to find quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial. Now students, the form for quadratic polynomial will be x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta equal to 0. Again, it is important to remember the quadratic polynomial form for quadratic polynomial will be x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta equal to 0. Now, just we have to input the values of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. X square minus. We have already obtained, in the question, the values of alpha plus beta is given 1 by 3 x plus alpha beta, substituting the value of alpha beta minus 2 equal to 0. X square minus x by 3 plus minus 2 equal to 0. Now denominators of x square is 1. Here denominator of x is 3, minus 2, denominator of minus 2 is 1. Now taking LCM 3, we get 3x square minus x minus 1. We have to multiply denominator with 3, therefore we are also multiplying it numerator with 3. Minus 2 into 3 equal to 6. Ultimately 3x square minus x minus 6 equal to 0. 3 into 0 will be 0. Finally 3x square minus x minus 6 equal to 0 is our quadratic polynomial. Now we are moving to next question. Question number 2. Root 3 and 1 by 2. Here also we will follow the same pattern. Alpha plus beta, which is our sum, is already given root 3. Alpha beta equal to 1 by 2. Okay, now the form for quadratic polynomial. It is very important to remember this form: x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta equal to 0. X square minus alpha plus beta is our sum, which is already given in beta 1 by 2. We have just substituted the values. Okay, now taking LCM. LCM is 2. Now multiplying x square with 2, 2x square. Multiplying root 3x with 2, 2 root 3x plus 1 equal to 0. Now final step, 2x square minus 2 root 3x plus 1 equal to 0. We have multiplied 2 with 0, which will be again 0. Finally 2x square minus 2 root 3x plus 1 equal to 0. Now I am providing one question more for your reference. Question number 3, 0 and root 3. Okay, first step as shown in previous terms, alpha plus beta equal to 0, alpha beta equal to root 3. Now important steps to remember: quadratic polynomial. X square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta equal to 0. X square minus alpha plus beta, value of alpha plus beta is 0x plus alpha beta is root 3 equal to 0. Finally answer is x square minus 0x plus 3 equal to 0. Now for additional practice I am providing you few questions. Question number 4. Question number 4, minus 1 by 5 and 1 by 5. Question number 5, 6 comma 7. Question number 7, minus 5 comma 2. Question number 8, 3 comma root 7. Dear student, it is always advisable to practice more in order to have a good kind of grip over maths sums. Okay, thank you. Okay students, now we are moving to our next method, which we are going to find quadratic polynomial whose zeros are as follows. Okay, again I am repeating the question. Find quadratic polynomial. Here zeros are just given, not a sum and product, and first 0 is 1 and second 0 is minus 3. So our first step will be alpha equal to 1 and beta equal to minus 3. Okay, first value which is given 1 should be taken as alpha and second value minus 3 should be taken as beta. Now we have to find alpha plus beta, that is our sum. 1 plus minus 3 equal to minus 2. Again we have to find alpha beta equal to 1 into minus 3 equal to minus 3. Now our sum alpha plus beta equal to minus 2 is ready. Again alpha beta, our product is also ready, minus 3. Now we have to find quadratic polynomial. Which is x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta equal to 0. Again quadratic polynomial is x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta equal to 0. Here we have to just substitute values of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. X square minus value of alpha beta equal to minus 2 bracket x plus value of alpha beta is minus 3 equal to 0. Final step will be conducted after removing the brackets. X square minus minus plus 2x plus minus minus 3 equal to 0. Hence we have concluded with the final step x square plus 2x minus 3 equal to 0, which is our quadratic polynomial. Now I am giving second example. Our second example is minus 4 and minus 3. Here first value should be considered as alpha, second value should be considered as beta. Alpha equal to minus 4 and beta equal to minus 3. Our first step will be alpha plus beta, that is our sum, minus 4 plus minus 3 equal to minus 7. Again alpha beta, that is our product, equal to minus 4 into minus 3, that's equal to 12. Now again we are going to find quadratic polynomial. Whose form is x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta equal to 0. X square minus alpha plus beta, value of alpha plus beta equal to minus 7. Value of alpha beta equal to 12 equal to 0. X square minus minus plus 7x plus 12 equal to 0. Finally, the quadratic polynomial is x square plus 7x plus 12 equal to 0. Now for practice, I am providing you few questions. Already we have practiced question number 1 and 2. Now moving to question number 3 for practice. Minus 5 and 2. Fourth question will be 3 by 2 and minus 1 by 2. Fifth question will be 2 and minus 2 by 5. Okay students, now we are moving with one of the important method. Divide p of x, that is our dividend polynomial, by polynomial g of x, that is our divisor polynomial, and find quotient and remainder in each of following. Okay, I am knowing that what you are confused, what is our dividend polynomial, what is our divisor polynomial, what is our quotient polynomial, and what is our remainder polynomial. Now I am trying to give one of the example. Suppose we are dividing 7 by 2. I have taken this question for reference. If we are dividing 7 by 2, 2 3s are 6, then subtracting 6 from 7, 1 as a remainder, 1 appears as a remainder. Here 7 is our dividend, 2 is our divisor, 3 is our quotient, and 1 is our remainder. That means, hello students, that means dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Therefore 7 equal to 7 is our divisor. What is our divisor? 2 is our divisor. 2 into 3, 3 is our quotient plus remainder. This is what we are going to find out in this question. Again, dividing 7 by 2, 3 is our quotient, 1 is our remainder. Therefore 7 is dividend, 2 is divisor, 3 is quotient, 1 is remainder. Dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Therefore 7 equal to 2 into 3 plus 1. Now we are going to our original question. What is our original question? What is our original question? P of x equal to x square plus 10x plus 25, g of x equal to x plus 5. Now dividing x square plus 10x plus 25 with x plus 5. Here x square plus 10x plus 25 is our dividend polynomial and x plus 5 is our divisor polynomial. Now first of all we should think with which term we should multiply x to obtain x square. X into x will be x square plus 5 into x will be 5x. Now it's time to change the sign. X square minus x square 0. 10x minus 5x equal to 5x. Now bringing the 25 downside or carrying it downside. Now again we should think with which term we should multiply x to obtain 5x. The number is 5. X into 5, 5x. 5 into 5 equal to 25. Now again it's time to change the sign. Minus, 0, 0. Now we are performing our formula. Dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Okay, again dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, which is written as symbolically P of x equal to g of x into q of x plus r of x. Repeating, this is one of the important formula. P of x equal to g of x. P of x is dividend polynomial, g of x is divisor polynomial, q of x is quotient polynomial, r of x is remainder polynomial. Here P of x is x square plus 10x plus 25 equal to g of x. G of x is divisor polynomial into q of x. Q of x is x plus 5 plus last r of x, that is remainder, it's equal to 0. Finally our sum gets n. Okay students, now we are moving to next question with the same method. P of x, that is our dividend polynomial, equal to x square plus 12x plus 36. G of x, that is our divisor polynomial, equal to x plus 6. Now we are performing long division. X square plus 12x plus 36 divided by x plus 6. Now we should think that with which term we should multiply x to obtain x square. The answer is x. X into x will be x square. Now 6 into x will be 6x. Now it turn to change the sign. Minus minus. X square minus x square 0. 12x minus 6x equal to 6x. Now students, we should be careful that we should have this sign to be considered 12x minus 6x, not 12x plus 6x. Again I am repeating, 12x minus 6x should be considered. Now carrying 36 downside, again x should be multiplied with 6. X should be multiplied with 6 to obtain 6x. 6 6 are 36. Now again we have to change the sign. Minus minus 0 0. Now our form dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, which is symbolically written as P of x equal to g of x into q of x plus r of x. Repeat, P of x equal to g of x into q of x plus r of x. Here P of x is our quotient, x square plus 12x plus 36 equal to g of x is our divisor, x plus 6 into q of x is our quotient plus remainder is 0. Now we have completed this sum successfully.